Carl, you were sleeping in, weren't you? For anybody who's just joining us, we're looking at chapters 57 through 60 of For Whom the Bell Tolls. And Carl, the house, is, I don't know what its deal is. The house has a strange sense of priorities when it comes to locking doors, and I will not elaborate further on that. What we can talk about is the return to normalcy that's settling in. Belle is showing some signs of post-traumatic stress, may not be to the full point of disorder, but the battlefield still lingers on his mind while everyone is getting ready for funeral rites. But before that, celebration is in order. Asmodeus and Soraya's baby is born, and the new parents are eager to show off their son. The moment is especially moving when you account for the fact that this child could have just as easily been born without his dad or his uncle in the picture. But they made it home and secured a safer home for him before welcoming him into the world. Yet, coupled with the joy is the bitter reality that Belle and Lily can only experience this through their friends and family. For many people, fertility issues do provide blocks to becoming parents. Now, many people prefer child free lives. I do recognize that. But for those who do want families, it can be a very emotional burden that is hard for people to relate to for various reasons. And fuck. Excuse the outburst, but this part, the funeral and the following morning in the battlefield, it is emotional. Either that or I am a pitiful crybaby bitch. And if I am, I don't care. The grief hits everyone on both the individual and the communal levels. Belle's personal struggle in losing his father appears to take on its own kind of reconciliation, him accepting and stepping into his role as Prince of Hell when he actually takes the crown from his father out of storage. Hours upon hours of families and survivors coming to see the generals who offer unwavering support to every single one of them. The whole time, not a single bit of blame is placed. No insults, no anger. Everybody has lost something, but they know that sacrifices were not made in vain. The sentiment is a bit ham fisted into us reading, but subtlety is not necessary for this. Even Leviathan, the calculating bureaucrat, tries to offer comfort in the only way he understands. It's entirely inappropriate at a funeral, but Lily, in true Lily fashion, sees him as he is, past his actions, and sees his intent, and that throwing himself into his work is part of his process. Heck, I've done that, wanting only to distract myself from the shitty times by focusing on the work. Finally, we get to the battlefield itself. The whole time, we're given the impression that nobody likes battle. They do it to protect their home. And like Lily, Belle saw people behind the actions, the same way we've seen similar people at the help desk having different attitudes, some regretting their lives while others revel in the harm they caused. It did not take Lily long to piece together the younger beasts' bodies cradled by their parent, and Lily and Belle were clearly not the only ones to notice. They went around the entire field leaving flowers for many of these lost lives, and on their way out, they even noticed that other people, people who weren't even at the battle, they brought flowers too and left different flowers on top of the ones that Lily and Belle had left on the fallen enemies.